What is good, Raider Nation? Is your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel and you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video. The Las Vegas Raiders are now 2-5 on the regular season, and let's be honest, we're feeling hopeless as a football team, and we're feeling hopeless at the quarterback position. This season started off with Gardner Minshew as a starter, and so far Minshew has been a turnover machine this season. He has thrown 8 interceptions in only 6 games as a quarterback, and Aiden O'Connell will be sidelined for some time with that broken thumb. So thus being down a quarterback, this led the Raiders to hit up the free agency market, and we signed a former 2022 third round pick quarterback Desmond Ritter. Now Desmond Ritter had some ups and downs for sure with the Atlanta Falcons, but he will get his second shot with the silver and black. And today I just want to analyze some of the film, kind of break down what I saw and noticed from him and what he could bring to the Raiders moving forward. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tape. Now on this first rep, we got an empty set right here. We got trips formation, top of the screen, and they go against man-to-man coverage. And here Desmond Ritter gets drilled as he lets this throw off. And I'm really not too sure who exactly he was trying to target, as nobody was really wide open here. But it was an ill-advised throw that floats up in the air, and it ends up going for the easy interception for the Green Bay secondary right here. Here on this rep, the linebacker is going to show blitz pre-snap, but instead he ends up dropping back into coverage post-snap, and Desmond Ritter is able to fit this through. Even though, I don't love the read here, this was a dangerous pass across the middle, especially so early in the football game. But look, he makes it work here. He gets enough velocity on the ball. I like the ball placement right here as well, putting it lower to the ground, making it harder for the linebacker to make a play on that ball. Now here on this rep, we're going to have tight end Kyle Pitts. He gets wide open on this route, but the ball placement was too high and he threw it to the wrong shoulder as well, which ultimately results in him, Kyle Pitts, taking a shot on this one and ultimately the incomplete pass right here. So he's got to clean up those little things right here. Now, one thing he can do as a quarterback is he can tuck it and run it for a first down when the opportunity presents itself, like we see here, and he does a good job sliding down, ensuring that he does not take an unnecessary hit, and also potentially coughing up the football. And on this next rep, unlike what we have with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, this guy is a better athlete than both of those, in my opinion, and you can definitely utilize him in quarterback design runs like we see here on the read option inside the red zone. A nice little element that we don't have right now in this offense. Here he is going to drop back, and we got a cover 3 zone look from the Packers where Desmond Ritter is able to throw an impressive throw. Great timing right here on ball placement. He gets this to Drake London for a big gain across the middle. Good stuff right here. And on this rep, he gets very fortunate as he just throws an absolute terrible throw, just a terrible read right here. He's just going to target Drake London on this comeback route, but the cornerback completely sniffs this out and he completely reads this. And like I said, Ritter is very lucky that the cornerback had no hands on this rep, because this very likely could have been a pick 6 as well. So bad play right here. Now here on this rep, I like how he navigates through the pocket and keeps his eyes down the football field, and he makes a nice little completion right here. Now nothing crazy, but it does show that he can move when he has to, and I like the pocket presence on this one. Now you can also definitely utilize him in the quick play action game, but my biggest concern was last season he was with the football team that had a good running game in the Falcons, but here, he's not really going to have that. Here inside the red zone, we got an impressive play by Desmond Ritter. We're going to get a rollout to the left, and the first look isn't open with Bijan Robinson, but he throws this across his body with a defender in his face, and he gives his best wideout, Drake London, a shot at this, and he hits him right in the numbers for the touchdown. Just a great play right here inside the red zone. This is an empty set right here, and this is matched up against a cover 3 zone look from the Packers. And here, Desmond Ritter is able to step up in the pocket, but he makes a bad read and just completely stares down his wide receiver. And this is just another example of him getting very lucky that this was not an interception, just a terrible read, throwing it straight into coverage right here. Inside the red zone once again, and Ritter shows the ability to throw on the move once again. We're going to get a play action pass, and he's able to avoid the open defender, keeps his eyes down the football field, and makes a difficult throw in the back of the end zone. The ball placement was great on this rep though. It was high and towards the sideline. You definitely don't want to underthrow this and risk a potential turnover. Throw it high towards the sideline. That way, either your guy makes a great play on it or just goes out for an incomplete pass. But he makes a great play on this one. But unfortunately, his wide receiver was unable to get both feet in bounds after they went for the review. But this was just a very close play. And he gave his wideout a great opportunity right here. But I like his ability to create inside the red zone. Here we're going to get a trick play from the Falcons, which allows wide receiver Matt Collins to get wide open, and Desmond Ritter ultimately does make this throw, makes the completion, but I would have liked to seen the ball placement be more towards the sideline. And he also underthrows his wide receiver, forcing him to slow down and make a contested catch right here. And once again, he shows his effectiveness inside the red zone. He's able to take this quarterback read option inside the end zone for the touchdown. This is definitely something we don't have currently with Minshew or Aiden O'Connell. And this could be a nice element that we can implement to this offense. Once again on this rep, shows us that he can make things happen with his legs and is able to combat the pressure by finding an open running lane and running this for a first down. Play action pass right here, and here he's able to find the open man in Drake London coming free off of the corner route. And once again, really good accuracy on this rep, good ball placement, good stuff on this one. So overall, Raider Nation, there definitely is some upside to Desmond Ritter. Like I said, he's a former 3rd round pick. He had a solid career in college. Overall, when I look at him, he overall has a good arm, has solid arm strength. He's a very good athlete, has solid pocket presence. He can throw on the run, but look, there's most definitely some major flaws in his game. I mean, after 2 seasons, the Falcons were ready to move on from a 3rd round pick at quarterback. So that does say something. I did watch some Falcons games last year and I thought he played pretty bad. And overall he was pretty just inconsistent. He had some good games. This game we just analyzed against the Packers was one of the best games I saw from him, but he definitely had a lot of issues as well. Really, the biggest concern I see with him is he really struggles to consistently read NFL defenses. A lot of times too, he just locks in on his primary read, which can cost him big time and lead to interceptions. I mean, like we saw in this game, he should have had 2 more picks, and he's lucky the defensive backs dropped those. But he just struggles to consistently make reads. His accuracy, is a bit inconsistent as well. Sometimes he can dot people up, but then sometimes he's throwing it behind. He's throwing it to the wrong shoulder. And really the one thing I am a little bit worried about him and just him having success here with the Las Vegas Raiders is the fact that I feel like he was in a better situation offensively last season with the Atlanta Falcons than he would be here. I mean, you look at the Atlanta Falcons, they had a lot of weapons. And as soon as they got a different quarterback in Kirk Cousins, they're rocking and rolling on offense. I mean, last year with Atlanta, he had a 2-headed monster in the running game with Bijan Robinson and with Tyler Algier. And the run game was a strength of the team last season. And he struggled as a starter. He threw for 2,800 yards, 12 touchdown passes, and 12 interceptions. And really just the biggest takeaway that I took from the Falcons last season was they were a quarterback away from maybe making some noise and making the playoffs. And that seems to be the case this year, as it looks like they will more likely make the playoffs with Kirk Cousins. But yeah, that's the biggest concern I see with Desmond Ritter, because he had a good running game last season with the Falcons. And now he's coming with the Raiders, who arguably have the worst running game in the National Football League. So that's going to be hard for him to succeed. And regardless, I mean, Desmond Ritter is a quarterback that, just like Aiden O'Connell, just like Gardner Minshew, This offense cannot be successful when we're consistently behind the sticks and when we get consistently put in 3rd and long situations. So we're going to have to find a way to take off a bit of pressure off of him. Now, the nice thing about him, though, is he's a better athlete than both of those quarterbacks, and he can use his legs and design quarterback runs, read options. He can scramble. So that may help our running game a little bit, but at the same time, he is no Lamar Jackson. We're not going to be able to heavily rely on that. But at this point, with how bad the quarterback situation has been, Desmond Ritter definitely gives you more upside and potential hope for this season. And ultimately, I'm going to be super intrigued to see if he is named the starter versus the Chiefs. That may work out to our advantage, as the Chiefs not going to have a whole lot of film breakdown on him prior to this game. And I know a lot of people are tired of seeing Gardner Minshew and him throwing a lot of interceptions, so they may roll out with Desmond Ritter. But one thing I will say is Desmond Ritter, I wouldn't be shocked if he's throwing a lot of interceptions with this football team as well, especially if we don't address the main issues with the offensive line and the run game. If we can't fix that, I don't have a lot of hope for Desmond Ritter. But we'll see. The guy definitely has a chip on his shoulder. He got very emotional when he was asked about this opportunity with the Raiders. Take a listen here.
Opportunities to be able to start on a football team?
Because I was just cut 3 months ago. That should be enough, opportunity, enough motivation to keep me going anytime. Back home, I got the call and everything, and my daughter's like, "Daddy, where are you going?" I'm like, "Gotta go to Vegas." But I know I do everything for them. I do everything for my family, so this is just another opportunity to go out and prove to them, prove to myself, prove to everyone that I can be out here and go do this.
So hey man, you love to see it. Hopefully that chip on his shoulder can get manifested on the football field. Now realistically, I don't see him being the future of this football team, but at this point, with how bad the quarterback situation is, I say get him out there. Let's see what he has. It really can't get any worse on the offensive side of the football. But yeah, Raider Nation, I definitely have mixed feelings about this signing. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of us signing Desmond Ritter. What do you guys think of him as a player? And do you guys want to see him as a starter moving forward this season? Let me know in that comment section down below. But with that being said, Raider Nation, that's all for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.